Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you found yourself struggling to recall a name that used to come so easily. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. These little lapses in memory can feel frustrating and maybe even a little frightening, but they don't have to be a normal part of getting older. The truth is, while age does bring changes to the brain, there's a lot we can do, starting today, to protect our minds and stay sharp well into our golden years. Science is showing us something really exciting. The brain can grow, adapt, and stay strong no matter your age, if you give it the right kind of care. And it doesn't require fancy gadgets or expensive treatments, just a few small daily habits. Things that can fit easily into your routine can make all the difference. So in today's video, we're going to have a relaxed, heart-to-heart chat about 6 daily habits that are backed by neuroscience and proven to help reduce your risk of dementia. These are things you can start doing right now, even while you're listening. No pressure, no overwhelming lifestyle changes, just simple steps to help you stay mentally sharp, independent, and joyful. Let's start with the first habit, one that might surprise you with how powerful it really is. It's movement. But I'm not talking about hitting the gym or running marathons. I'm talking about something much more gentle and sustainable, like walking around your neighborhood, dancing in your kitchen, doing a little light gardening, or even stretching while you watch TV. Moving your body regularly, even in small ways, is like sending fresh oxygen and nutrients straight to your brain. Scientists have found that physical activity actually helps the brain grow new cells, especially in the hippocampus. That's the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. And here's the good news. Studies have shown that even moderate movement done consistently can reduce your risk of developing dementia by up to 30%. Think about that for a moment, 30%. Just by keeping your body moving a little each day, you're giving your brain one of the best gifts you possibly can. And it doesn't have to be complicated. A 20-minute walk after dinner, a gentle stretch when you wake up, even marching in place during a commercial break. The key is to make it a habit, something you do every day, just like brushing your teeth. Your brain will thank you. Now let's talk about something just as important, but often overlooked: connection. Have you noticed how much better you feel after talking with a friend or sharing a laugh with a neighbor? That warm, lifted feeling isn't just in your heart, it's in your brain too. Staying socially connected is one of the most powerful ways to protect your memory and thinking skills. In fact, loneliness and isolation have been linked to a higher risk of cognitive decline and even dementia. But the flip side is beautiful. Meaningful connections with others help keep your brain active, engaged, and healthier for longer. You don't need a packed social calendar or dozens of friends to feel connected. A regular phone call with someone you care about, a weekly card game saying hello to the same folks on your morning walk. Even chatting with the cashier at your local store can provide a boost. What matters most is that you feel seen and heard, that you're sharing moments, however small, with other human beings. If reaching out feels difficult sometimes, that's okay. Start small, call a family member, join a local community center, or volunteer for a cause that's close to your heart. These little moments of connection are not just good for your mood. They're like exercise for your brain. They challenge you to listen, think, respond, and remember. And over time, they help build a kind of mental resilience that can guard against decline. Now we've talked about movement and connection, 2 incredibly powerful habits. But I want to share one more with you today, and it might be the most relaxing one yet: sleep. That's right. Good, deep, regular sleep is one of the most essential things you can give your brain. When you sleep, your brain goes to work clearing out waste, organizing memories, and repairing itself. It's like the brain's version of spring cleaning every single night. Without enough quality sleep, your brain doesn't get the chance to recharge, and over time, that can lead to memory issues, confusion, and an increased risk of dementia. So how do we get better sleep? It starts with creating a simple bedtime routine, something your brain can recognize as a signal that it's time to wind down. Maybe that means turning off the TV a little earlier, reading a calming book, dimming the lights, or listening to soft music. Try going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, even on weekends, and limit caffeine or screen time in the evening, which can trick your brain into staying alert when it should be resting. Now that we've talked about moving your body, connecting with others, and getting better sleep, let's shift our attention to something that often gets overlooked, something that's sitting right there on your plate. What you eat every day has a profound effect on how your brain functions, and the science behind it is fascinating. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ. Even though it only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it uses up about 20% of the energy you consume. That means every bite you take is either fueling your brain in the right way or not. One of the most powerful dietary approaches for brain health is something called the Mediterranean style of eating. And don't worry, you don't have to live in Greece to benefit from it. This simply means focusing on foods that are fresh, colorful, and rich in nutrients, like leafy greens, berries, olive oil, nuts, beans, and fish. These foods are packed with antioxidants and healthy fats that help protect brain cells from damage and support better communication between them. But it's not about being perfect. It's about adding in more of the good stuff. You don't have to give up everything you love. Just try swapping out a few things here and there. Maybe it's switching from white bread to whole grain, or adding a handful of walnuts to your breakfast, or choosing grilled salmon instead of fried chicken once a week. These small changes add up, and over time, they create a brain-friendly environment inside your body. And here's something really encouraging. Researchers have found that people who consistently eat this way lower their risk of Alzheimer's disease by as much as 53%. That's not a small difference, that's life-changing, and it's never too late to start. Your brain responds to the fuel you give it, no matter your age. Speaking of fuel, let's talk about another kind, the kind your brain creates when it's challenged. Learning. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And just like your body, your brain needs regular workouts to stay in shape. One of the most protective things you can do against dementia is to keep learning. Not in a school-like stressful way, but in a fun, curious, life-enriching way. Think about the last time you tried something new. Maybe it was figuring out how to use a new phone, trying a new recipe, or learning the rules of a game you'd never played before. That moment of challenge where you had to focus and figure something out was your brain building new connections. Every time you learn something new, you create new pathways in your brain, and the more of these you have, the more backup routes your brain can use if others are damaged. This concept is known as cognitive reserve. It's like a savings account of mental strength, and you build it by staying mentally active, reading books, doing puzzles, learning a language, picking up an instrument, or even just engaging in lively conversations. And here's the best part. It's not about being perfect or mastering something. The benefit comes from the effort. The act of stretching your mind is what keeps it healthy. So if there's something you've always wanted to try, a painting class, a local book club, learning to use a computer, or even just listening to a podcast about a topic that interests you, go for it. Don't worry if it feels hard at first. That's how you know it's working. Let's take a moment to pause and appreciate how amazing this all is. Think about it. You're not stuck with the brain you were born with. Your brain can adapt, rewire, and strengthen at any age. That means your daily choices matter more than you may have ever realized. It's not about reversing time. It's about building a brain that stays clear, focused, and joyful in the years ahead. And while movement, connection, sleep, good food, and learning are all incredibly important, there's one more habit I want to share with you today, and this one is as much for the heart as it is for the mind. It's mindfulness. Now, I know the word mindfulness can sound a little abstract or even trendy, but at its core, it simply means being present. It means slowing down enough to notice what's happening around you and within you without judgment. And this simple practice has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even protect the brain from the kinds of changes that lead to dementia. Stress, especially when it's chronic, wears down the brain over time. It damages the hippocampus, the very center of memory, and speeds up mental decline. But when you practice mindfulness, you give your brain a break. You lower the stress chemicals, calm your nervous system, and allow your thoughts to settle. And that peace allows your brain to heal and function better. You don't need to sit cross-legged or chant mantras to get the benefit. You can practice mindfulness while drinking your morning tea, watching birds outside your window, or simply breathing deeply for a few minutes while you rest. By now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but where do I begin? And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to do everything all at once. Each habit we've talked about, moving your body, staying socially connected, sleeping well, eating nourishing foods, learning new things, and being mindful, they don't require perfection. They only ask for your attention. A few intentional moments a day, that's it. Let's return to the idea of progress, not perfection, because that's the real secret to lasting change. If you miss a walk one day, or forget to call a friend, or have a night where sleep just doesn't come, be gentle with yourself. One off day won't hurt your brain. What matters is the direction you're headed in, not whether every single step is flawless. And you're already on the path. Sometimes the hardest part is just starting. That first morning stretch when your joints feel stiff. That first conversation after feeling isolated for too long. That first attempt to meditate when your mind keeps wandering. But the more you show up for yourself, even in tiny ways, the easier it becomes. Your brain is listening, your body is responding, and every small choice sends a message that says, I matter. My future matters. And let me tell you something deeply important. It's never too late. Never. The brain is wonderfully adaptable. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, and it simply means your brain can keep learning, growing, and forming new connections no matter your age. It doesn't care if you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond. If you give it love, it will respond. Now, I'd like to invite you to think about what these habits really mean, not just as tools to avoid dementia, but as ways to enrich your everyday life. Moving your body isn't just about exercise. It's about freedom. The ability to go where you want to go, enjoy your hobbies, care for yourself, and feel alive in your own skin. Connection isn't just protection from memory loss. It's joy. It's laughter, comfort, shared memories, and the healing power of being seen and heard. Restful sleep isn't just repair for the brain. It's peace. It's the soft, steady rhythm that helps your mind reset and your body recover. It gives you the energy to wake up ready for a new day. Eating well isn't about dieting or restriction. It's nourishment. It's giving your brain and body the best possible ingredients to thrive. Learning isn't just about keeping your memory sharp. It's about curiosity. Staying mentally active is a way of staying connected to the world, discovering new passions and reminding yourself that you're never too old to grow. And mindfulness, being present, isn't just stress relief. It's presence. It's the quiet joy of simply being here, alive, aware, and grounded in this moment. So what does this all mean for you? It means you hold more power than you think. You don't need fancy pills or secret formulas. You just need consistency. A little movement, a little laughter, a little curiosity, a little calm, a little love for yourself, for your brain, and for the life you still have ahead of you. And here's something you might not hear often enough. You're doing better than you think. Even watching this video shows that you care about your well-being, that you're curious, that you want to protect your brain and stay independent, clear-minded, and joyful for years to come. That's something to be proud of. Of course, there will be challenges along the way. Some days your memory might feel foggy. Some days you might feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. But on those days, I want you to remember this. Small changes can make a big difference. Tiny habits, repeated with love and intention, have the power to change the course of your brain's future. You don't need to climb mountains, just lace up your shoes and take a few steps. You don't need to be the life of the party, just reach out to one person you care about. You don't need to meditate for hours. Just take a few quiet breaths when the day feels heavy. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You just need to show up as you are and try. Because every time you do, even when it feels small or insignificant, you're planting seeds. Seeds of clarity, strength, and resilience that will grow and support you as the years go on. So keep going. Keep choosing habits that love your brain back. Keep believing in your capacity to stay sharp, joyful, and full of life. You have everything it takes inside you already. You're simply learning how to use it. If today's message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Maybe share one small habit you're going to try this week. Your words might inspire someone else who's on the same journey. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to click that like button. It really helps support the channel. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss more practical, science-backed tips for staying healthy, strong, and happy at any age. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.